All right, so it's the first time we try this. We're doing a quick video here, and we're just gonna go through the Habs Reddit. If you don't know who we are the No Respect podcast. We're missing Justin, but tonight we are Alex and myself, Mackie. So yeah, the Habs have been sucking all year. And we want to try different ways to entertain, and we're looking for a source of inspiration, and we're going through Reddit. So Alex, let's start with the first post of this week. That's got a 399 upvotes by Cirrus 1920, and it's a picture of Tyler Toffoli, Kat Belanger, his wife, and their little bucko being a dog, Dodger. Yeah, what do you think about this?
That's a great photo. It's a sad day for Habs fans, but I guess a bittersweet day for the Toffoli family. Obviously, they loved it here. They embraced the city. The city embraced them. So all the best to them in Calgary. Best of luck to Tyler. Hopefully he can win a cup. But great photo other than the dog, maybe.
Yeah,
I might get some hate for that. But
yeah, I'm not a big fan of small dogs either, but it is a cute small dog, Dodger.
yeah, he's cute.
Yeah. Kat Toffoli writes, Montreal, we honestly don't know how to thank you enough. Overwhelmed with so much genuine love and support. We absolutely love you truly and sincerely. From day one, we felt so amazingly welcomed and at home. And that'll be a forever feeling. Merci pour tout. MTL. Okay, all right. Heartstrings have been pulled, and maybe this means a potential return for Tyler Toffoli. Moving on to the next Reddit post. Meet your teacher. That's not what I want to see. This is interesting. With the Toffoli trade, and this is thanks to user Jay Share, by sending Toffoli to Calgary, Kent Hughes did something that Marc Bergevin never did, which was get a first-round pick in a trade. Is that interesting to you? I think it's interesting.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So how many years was Bergevin here? I know obviously he had some
8,
good deals.
9?
Suzuki,
Yeah.
I guess, would be equivalent to a first round pick in return. But yeah, to work that long without getting one back, I guess we were pretty successful. So maybe those trades weren't necessary for Montreal, but still pretty crazy to think. Yeah.
Yeah, keeping on with Tyler Toffoli, it was obviously a pretty big loss here. But Martin Saint-Louis says that from what he's seen, Tyler Toffoli was the captain without wearing the C. So that's another big compliment for Tyler Toffoli, which we got 4 assets for. Let's not forget. And this is from user Wildflower11. So thank you, user Wildflower11. Do you think that there's maybe a bit of one of those things like I don't know if it's the grass is always greener is the right cliche to use here, but like a romanticism that's coming with the fact that Toffoli's leaving. Like, let's not forget, we don't have Carey Price on this team. We don't have, Shea Weber, who is like
Shea Weber, yeah.
real leader. Even Joel Edmondson. I don't think he was the biggest leader, but still a guy that can carry a voice with his cup, as well as Tyler Toffoli having 2 cups, or maybe is it 2 cups or 3 cups for Tyler?
I think 2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, like do you feel like he had like that much of a presence?
I'm sure he did, particularly in this season, like you said, with so many people missing, so many young guys being around, and he's probably the oldest guy in the locker room right now. I'm thinking last season, maybe not so much. I'm sure he was a great presence, but like you said, with guys like Price, Weber, Edmondson, everyone around is probably more of a team thing. But now he really took the young guys, Evans, Caulfield, under his wing. And I'm sure with St. Louis being here for 2 weeks now, let's say, he probably noticed him the much. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Noticed him the most. But yeah, I could see that. But I don't want to downplay Toffoli. I'm sure he had a big impact on these young guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to see the post later on, but he wrote something to the effect of like Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, and also Jake Evans, that they grew a pretty big friendship. So listen, again, this is a guy that was very well liked in the locker room from what we're gathering, and also somebody who loved the city. He wrote a Players Tribune and all of that stuff. So, that's the part that makes you sad when you see a player that really enjoys being in Montreal, because that's kind of unique. So again, let's hope for the best, and maybe Tyler Toffoli. We wish him luck with Calgary, but come back at some point. Okay. Joel Edmondson just jumped on the ice for a skate in Brassard. This comes from Pangu Pangu Pangu, which is good news because that was been a pretty long absence for Joel Edmondson, also dealing with his father,
Yeah.
and I think an injury maybe along those lines.
Yeah, he had an injury. Yeah. This
So
is crazy because
yeah,
with that injury, he was supposed to be back, I want to say, maybe a month into the season. Now, obviously, there was the sad situation with his family, but it seems like the injury just hasn't gotten better. So hopefully, he comes back soon. He was an important piece last year,
yeah,
and maybe can help the young guys.
yeah. Steady Eddie. Habs Suzuki acknowledges that the sign sent by management trading to Foley yesterday is that the team is embarking on a rebuild. Well, Nick. We actually just did another video on that if you guys want to check it out, if this signifies the rebuild. So I don't want to get too much into what we discussed, but it's interesting to see Suzuki, who just signed a long deal, and, talk about this pretty openly. And do you feel like this impacts anything about him? Should it impact anything about the way that he's tackling this mentally? I don't know if there's like one answer for this or it's too difficult to answer.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I can't get into his head. It's a pretty big
You
statement, though,
can't?
that he would come out and directly acknowledge that. Sorry? No, I
No,
can't get into his head.
well, all right. No,
Why
listen.
can't I?
No. I'm being facetious, of course. I think that the only thing that I would want is that for Nick Suzuki to be, still as committed to this team,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of the situation. I know that's hard to do. I just think that
Yeah.
as long as you got Cole Caulfield by your side, please don't complain. And
I don't think that's something that you'd have to deal with Suzuki. I think he understands. He knows he's still young. He knows he'll get the shot, be it 3 years from now.
yeah,
So, yeah, I don't think we have to worry about his commitment or focus to the team.
yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. Canadians GM Kent Hughes will once again not hold the media availability today to discuss and explain the trade of Tyler Toffoli. He will speak tomorrow, 2 days after the trade. Interesting. This is from Scooby
This is,
Dubnik.
I have an explanation for this.
Okay,
I read into this earlier.
Okay.
His son, I believe, plays for Northeastern University,
Okay.
who was playing in that tournament, Bean Pot tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a game against Boston. Someone's going to flame me for this. Boston College, Boston University, one of them. So his son was playing. So he went to watch his son play. His son is a draft eligible prospect this year, actually. Goes by the name of Jack Hughes. That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, he was going to watch his son play. So he said he's going to talk tomorrow once he's back in Montreal.
Okay.
No, there's no weird things going on here. He was just going to watch his son.
Okay, so he's just being a good dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I can live with that. All right. Up next, Habs advised Price will not skate this week. He is working off ice in the gym. Sherratt will practice with the team for the next week until he returns from IR. Dvorak is practicing with the team but has not been cleared to play. This is from Habs 3125. Price, I know that he spoke a couple of weeks back for the first time. I don't think we had spoken about that in any of our content, but it was good to see him speak, of course, but he had also spoken about the fact that, they're still in the woods in terms of what his recovery status is, that the next weeks will be pivotal and all of those things. So he's not skating this week. I don't know what that means regarding his injury and his recuperation. But the fact that he's, working in the gym and they haven't given an update that has said otherwise could be the optimistic side in seeing this. I don't know. You have any thoughts on Price's potential return here?
I think they were hoping he'd be skating by now. Realistically, I don't see him playing again this year. Hopefully next year. But it's scary the setbacks he's had. Like, we were expecting him to play to start the year, right? Yeah, all the best to Carey. Hopefully comes back strong, but it is scary, especially with the knee that he's hurt multiple times, that it's just not getting better.
Yeah, yeah. It's this guy's been carrying the Habs the past decade, and things are changing. Things are changing, and the other two lines,
Yeah.
Sherrod practicing with the team, Dvorak also not cleared to play. Also, apparently to trade. Well, Sherrod for sure. If you're not trading Sherrod, then we made a mistake with Kent Hughes. I'm sorry. And Dvorak would be the surprise in this for me if they do move him. But the theory is that they want to keep them on IR or not cleared to play, as to keep them healthy and not impact their trade value for the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make sense. Whoever thought about that, because I know it wasn't me.
The only thing is that
Sorry, please.
I don't think you're allowed to do that, right? Like if the doctor clears him, don't you have to take him off IR?
I feel like there's a little bit of influence to be played. Like, I don't know if you remember Nikita Kucherov being on LTIR and
Fair
magically
enough.
coming back in.
Did you see what Vegas just did?
But yeah, of course I did. They put fucking Stone on LTIR so that Jack Eichel can come.
Now wait for the playoffs. Yeah.
I mean, if you don't win the cup at this stage, guys, get the hell out of here. Go to the casino and put it all on red and lose, okay? Andrew Hammond in his wild color pads at Canadians practice. Andrew Hammond, the Hamburglers, a Montreal Canadian, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of funny that like I just find it like this season is historically bad, right? Like historically terrible for the Montreal Canadiens performance-wise. And one of the things that I think Andrew Hammond was saying is that, like, you quickly are surprised about, like, being traded, but then when you realize where you're going, you get excited. It's like, you're not getting excited for this season of the Montreal Canadiens. I'm sorry, especially in the context where you're waiting for, Jake Allen or Carey Price to be back. Like, I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't know what you think.
Maybe he'll drag us to the playoffs. Another miracle run for Andrew Hammond. You see, they said he still has his lifetime McDonald's card that they gave him in Ottawa.
McDonald's, people of their words, I would hope. Like they're
he's set for life.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, if all goes badly, at least he has that. What to make of Hughes' first major trade? We spoke about that. I think this is about wraps it up for today's Reddit segment. It's the first time that we do this, so we hope that you enjoyed it. And we might do it again. Let us know what your thoughts are. And if you have any posts, let us know. Join our Discord. We've got one down in the link description below. We're missing Justin tonight, but again, if you like Habs content, we're going to do our best to bring you some and keep you entertained. So for Alex, for Mackie, and for Justin that's missing, we are the No Respect Podcast, and we'll see you next time for maybe another potential Reddit segment on the Montreal Canadiens. Go Habs, go. Have a good one.